Under the leaden skies of Spa-Francorchamps, where the Ardennes trees whisper secrets of past glories and heartbreaks, a crisis has burst into full view. Is one of the greatest drivers in Formula One history being dragged into the abyss by a car that simply will not obey his will? Twice in rapid succession would shock any team. Yet in the scarlet corridors of Maranello, this was nothing short of a calamity. Hamilton's elimination was not a marginal hiccup, it was a public confession that the marriage between his prodigious talent and Ferrari's SF25 has turned toxic. Fans and pundits alike now ask, is this the beginning of the end of his story in the prancing horse? Spa-Francorchamps is a circuit that strips away excuses. It demands unwavering precision through high-speed corners, fierce elevation changes, and weather that can shift from sunshine to pouring rain in minutes. It is a track that rewards the symbiosis between driver and machine, an alliance Hamilton had long mastered. Instead, on Friday afternoon, he spun in the final chicane, a rare sight that underscored the brutal truth. "It's the first time in my career I've experienced rear locking of this magnitude," he admitted, face drawn and voice tight. In that singular moment, the fragile trust between man and car lay in ruins. Hamilton's post-qualifying comments were laced with uncharacteristic self-criticism. He did not hide behind technical jargon or shift blame to his engineers. Instead, he apologized directly, "My performance was unacceptable." For a driver who has historically controlled media narratives around his successes and failures, this raw admission spoke volumes. It revealed a champion deeply frustrated, yet profoundly committed, haunted by the relentless feeling of fighting against his own machine. Ferrari had pinned its hopes on the SF25 as the culmination of years of evolution. Under the guidance of renowned engineer Simone Loixer, the team introduced a radical rear suspension update aimed at curing the car's chronic understeer and tire degradation. In the wind tunnel and on a Florence filming day, simulations hinted at half-a-second gains per lap, a quantum leap in modern F1 terms. But when steel met tarmac, the SF25 proved capricious. Rather than stability, drivers discovered unpredictability. Rather than confidence, they found disconnection. The true ignominy surfaced with a controversial new breakers integration component, first deployed on Charles Leclerc's car in Montreal, where it precipitated his own high-speed crash. Hamilton, having used the part at Spa, encountered an almost identical failure on lap 1. "I braked in exactly the same spot as in FP1, just a bit harder, and then the rear locked up." That replication of Leclerc's accident suggests more than an unlucky coincidence, it points to a systemic flaw that Ferrari has yet to contain. Within the Maranello workshops, fault lines have emerged. One camp of engineers insists the SF25's fundamental architecture is to blame, while another blames the rushed integration of updates under immense political pressure. A leaked top-secret memo supposedly demanded immediate performance improvements, even at the cost of exhaustive testing. Senior figures in the paddock whisper of boardroom brinkmanship, suggesting that optical victories were prioritized over driver safety. Outside, rival teams can barely conceal their satisfaction. Alpine personnel chuckled over beers as they reviewed replays. One source remarked, "You don't often see a factory team unveil a game-changer that fails spectacularly on debut." Yet the fallout extends far beyond amusement. With both Ferrari drivers limping out of Q1, Red Bull and McLaren seized the moment to stretch their advantage in both championships. On global broadcasts, former champions like Mika Häkkinen decried Ferrari's development shortcuts. "Testing protocols exist for a reason," he chided. "Bypassing them invites disaster." His words echoed across the paddock, amplifying the spotlight on Ferrari's missteps and magnifying the internal pressure at Maranello. For tifosi, the passionate Italian faithful who prize Ferrari's legacy above all, their dream has curdled into dread. They yearned to see Hamilton don the red suit and steer the Scuderia back to glory. Instead, they witnessed their hero ensnared in a web of technical failures and strategic miscalculations. The season, still in its infancy, has already witnessed more wounds than triumphs, and confidence erodes with every rainy yet within the gloom, a glimmer of hope remains. Hamilton, a master of adversity, has weathered far darker storms, both on track and in his professional relationships. Ferrari, for its part, possesses unparalleled resources and a history of monumental comebacks. But to reclaim synergy, they must halt the cycle of blame and unite around clear objectives, listen to Hamilton's feedback, recalibrate development priorities, and restore trust in their processes. Time, however, is Ferrari's greatest enemy. Each weekend lost to malfunction not only costs championship points but chips away at the fragile bond between driver and team. Strategic errors compound mechanical woes, transforming what was meant to be a statement of intent into a trial by fire. The next 12 races will be decisive, circuits where Ferrari once reigned present opportunities for recovery, but without swift, decisive change, the SF25's erratic behavior may continue to drag Hamilton toward ignominy. Beyond the technical blues, the Hamilton-Ferrari saga has become a cautionary tale about the perilous intersection of talent, politics, and technology in modern motorsport. When ambition outpaces preparedness, even legends can falter. The SF25's unpredictable rear-lock episodes are symptomatic of a deeper malaise, a misalignment between what Hamilton needs and what the team delivers. In a sport defined by milliseconds, the gulf between redemption and collapse is razor-thin. Will Ferrari find the unity and humility to recalibrate their approach? Can Hamilton apply his indomitable spirit to coax performance from the SF25, or will he be forced to confront the unthinkable, the end of his prancing horse adventure? As the paddock moves on to circuits more forgiving than Spa, all eyes will return to Maranello, where the true race is not around the track but within the walls of its factory, a race for cohesion, competence, and the survival of a storied partnership teetering on the brink. In the end, the Spa weekend may be remembered not only as Hamilton's darkest hour in red but as the crucible in which Ferrari's season and Lewis Hamilton's legacy at the Scuderia will be forged or broken. Because in Formula One, when your car betrays you, you stand alone, your destiny defined by the machine meant to be your greatest ally.